Magandang araw. Welcome to SBS Filipino. I'm Mark Liabres, and in today's Talking Sports, we follow on from last week's chat with Philippine Volcano Jake Letts. We get to learn some more intimate details about Jake, being Filipino, and much more. Again, please give your undivided attention. Mabuhay. Well, how do you give how do guys and girls find out about it? So, like, what other resources can they reach in order to troll or get in touch with you guys?
Yeah, so the easiest is definitely social media. So you can follow at Philippine Rugby, at Facebook, at Twitter, at Instagram. That's the easiest way. Or you can also just go to our website, PRFU.com. So basically all the information there, and you can contact one of our management staff and they'll be in touch. But again, it's open to all ages, to all Philippine heritage, full Filipino half. Even if your grandparents are Filipino, you still qualify to play for the Philippines.
Awesome. Most proudest moment representing the Philippines?
My most proudest moment to represent the Philippines was, it'd probably have to be the World Cup, definitely. That and the Hong Kong Sevens, I think, are two pinnacles, two of the major events in rugby, and we had the opportunity to do that both in 2012 and 2013. But in saying that, every game you play for the nation is special. Doesn't matter what tournament, you'll find that it really hits you, in the warm-up, in the change room, in the dressing sheds, when you have your coaches around you, your players around you, you find that that's when it sinks in. And we were lucky enough to win every year from 2007 to 2012 and have successful years after that as well. But you find that winning and being with what we call, a band of brothers is really special.
What challenges have you faced being a Filipino in this particular sport?
Yeah, growing up, believe it or not, we were the Asian family. It's quite funny. Like in the Philippines, we're still foreigners. In Australia, we're Asians. However, in terms of battles, it wasn't too hard. I was lucky enough to grow up on the northern beaches of Sydney. Rugby was a big sport. My brothers played it. I played it. I was lucky enough to play at a young level and get chosen in representative teams purely because of the age that I learnt, and I was lucky enough to have that. So in terms of battles, it was more so being able to fight. What I wanted most out of it was to be able to represent, at my highest level. So to do that in the Philippines was just a blessing.
On that note, what's your favourite thing about being a Volcano?
As mentioned before, it's just the relationships you make. Honestly, like it's all about. For that, that's what started it. Because when I first started to play for the Philippines, the level wasn't too high. It was just developing in Asia. However, now we've reached a point where we compete with the best in Asia. We compete with the likes of Japan, Hong Kong, Korea, and in order to do that, you have to have, the elite players with Philippine heritage or born and bred in the Philippines. So that's definitely the biggest thing I got out of it, is the relationships.
No, so it's obvious that it's gone a long way. How do you see the future of rugby union in the Philippines?
Being a member of the Volcanoes for 11 years, I've seen it grow, and looking at the 4-year plan, which I'm heavily involved in, with the World Cup being in Japan in 2019 and the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, and rugby being a sport there, it's only getting bigger. And I've seen the country go from only 2 clubs to now we're up to 22 clubs. So, it's come a long way. And it's a credit to the Philippine Rugby Football Union for establishing that as a foundation, as a code of rugby. So I believe that the future is very bright.
I have a leaguey background anyway. Do you see a conflict of interest with the Philippines National Rugby League?
No, definitely not. I know a few, obviously know Paul Sheedy. I know a few of the boys that play for the Tamaraos, mate. We are 100% supportive of the Philippine Tamaraos. Again, we both have the same vision. We want to represent the Philippines proudly, and it's unique that we can call upon the same skills and the same heritage and the same upbringing to be able to do that. So yeah, there's no conflict whatsoever. And again, anytime that they need help, we're obviously there for them.
Well, that's good to hear. And obviously it's just not just in the Philippines, but it's Australia. There's always that sort of relationship between union and our league. Now, Jake, all the fun part starts. I'll have to ask the following questions to all my guests. Can you sing us a verse of the national anthem?
Sure. Bayang Magili, best na sing alam, alam na puso. That's it.
Mate, you're the first person that's doing it on the show. So big congratulations. 3 persons, dead or alive, past or present, you would like to have dinner with?
Number 1, Barack Obama. He's an absolute. I don't know. I really like Barack. I think what he's done for the United States and for the world in general is amazing. He's definitely one person I'd like to have dinner with. Secondly, Denzel Washington. He's just, I love all his movies. I think he's an absolute legend. And lastly, it would have to be Manny. I haven't met Manny yet. Again, I was idolising him growing up as watching boxing, being a boxing fan, and see what he's done for the nation. So those three in one room would be great.
In any Filipino dinner, there has to be obviously Filipino food. So, what's your favourite dish?
Definitely liempo. Everyone knows that back home. So basically, I'm a big fan of sisig, adobo, but those three are definitely my go-to.
High cholesterol stuff. What's your favourite Filipino word?
Favorite Filipino word. That's probably not appropriate to say on here, so I've got to pick another one. Favorite Filipino word. I'm just trying to think what I use most. So everyone always says grabe. That's one word.
Good one.
Yeah, that's probably our players over there tend to use it a lot. So probably grabe.
Okay, this one's for the ladies. Maybe men as well. Are you single?
No, I'm happily taken. Thank God. I've been in a relationship now for about 16 months. So no, it's good. Happily taken. Okay,
lastly, no Filipino gathering goes without a song or a karaoke. What's your go-to one?
Karaoke, for the record, I'm terrible. So, but it'd have to be Ronan Keating, When You Say Nothing at All. Easy verse. The tone's not too hard. You can always get another person to join you. So that one.
Terrible song, mate. Terrible song. Anyway, that concludes, I think, the interview. Thanks for coming on SBS. It's been an absolute privilege and honour. And maraming salamat.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us. Maraming salamat.
That's it for today's Talking Sports. Please tune in next Monday as we have a chat with a pair of rugby twins all the way from London, UK. Maraming salamat. Be sure to connect with us at radio 97.7 FM, at Facebook, SBS Filipino, and visit www.sbs.com.au/Filipino. Ingat ka.